Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. We are looking at a beautiful day, 50 and sunshine for the high. We get more of the same tomorrow. Yesterday was pretty good, and we continue with that trend here in the last week of February. Pretty excited. By the way, you know how much I love the high school shows, right? The high school drama departments, and my daughter Leah and I would go around and watch a lot of the shows the last couple of years, different schools that we'd pick and go to. Their school putting on The Little Mermaid this weekend. So we are excited about it. Get to see a full high school production of The Little Mermaid. And that's going to be happening this weekend. So we're pretty amped up about it. Plenty to do. We'll get you set up with more of the concert information that we give you every day. Also, another thing we mentioned earlier in the hour, which I want to reiterate, this coming Monday, March 3rd, new air personality coming to My Country 96.1. Elena, going to handle 8 to midnight, and every night a co-host, like a full week of the same co-host. So like next week when we premiere the show, Drew Baldridge will be on. And we're so excited that we have Elena doing the show 8 to midnight, a lot of behind-the-scenes news and interviews, and the same great music that you hear us play, you will continue to hear us play. And it premieres 8 p.m. next week, next Monday. All right, so found another dumb TikTok trend, and I have a personal story behind this one. It's called the Dropping Things on Your Foot Challenge, or the Drop Challenge. It's the dumbest thing you've ever heard of, where you drop things on your foot without shoes on, you writhe around in pain, and then you rate the pain on a scale from 1 to 10. I will tell you, not on purpose, but by accident, when I was in college, and it wasn't me, it was a buddy of mine, he was bringing a keg into the dorm, a beer keg into the dorm, and I guess whoever was handling it with him, they dropped it by accident, went right on his big toe, crushed his big toe. I'm talking hospital and the whole thing, and had to get the foot set in, completely taken care of with cast and everything else. I mean, must have just shattered into pieces, but I remember it was just a giant purple. It wasn't even a toe anymore after that. I'm not sure exactly how he's doing now, but So this is the Drop Things on Your Foot Challenge. It's as dumb as it sounds. One guy went viral after he did multiple rounds of this game, including a hammer, then a space heater, a sound bar that you'd have like for your TV, and a cordless drill. I wonder how that pain scale was. People have done bigger things too, like vacuums, televisions. Looks like TikTok has pulled some of these videos down, including the guy with the drill, because of how dangerous it is. You could break your foot. Obviously, the toe story that I told you from college, and, you get long-term disabilities, long-term problems. Please do not do the drop challenge or the dropping things on your foot challenge. Absolutely a bad idea if you couldn't figure that one out yourself. And then there's this one. This is, look, I mean, this makes sense, this story, but it's interesting to hear. So a man wrongly accused of murder just got released from prison in Hawaii, spent 30 years behind bars, DNA, cleared him, got released. He was convicted of killing someone in 1994 and apparently did not do it. So this 51-year-old guy, Gordon Cordero, he gets out of prison Friday. One of the first things he wanted to do was go out for a nice steak dinner. And that's fine. Great. Okay. He said the craziest thing he's experienced so far being released. Now, remember, it's been 30 years. He said he gets released. He goes to this place to get a steak dinner. And everybody is just sitting there looking at their phone. He's looking around like, he's trying to experience the outside world for the first time in 30 years. He says everyone's just looking at their phone. Now, obviously, he knew what cell phones were. Being in prison, though, it really didn't have a smartphone, right? So he'd never seen the whole cell phone zombie thing. When he went into prison, there weren't even flip phones yet. It was a couple years before flip phones. All we had were beepers at the time, it seems like. He told a reporter that he did get his first cell phone on Friday. He's not obsessed with it yet. He mainly thinks it's weird how loud it is, how messages are always flooding in. It keeps beeping, and, someone's got to teach him about silent mode. But anyway, welcome to 2025, Gordon. And I thought that was a very interesting take because we're so used to going out and just seeing people with their heads buried in their phone. Here's someone who's been out of society for 30 years and then gets to see it for the first time, like an alien landed from outer space. It's really kind of unique. Plenty more to do. You're bald and the beautiful entertainment. That comes up about 8:12. Later in the 8 o'clock hour, National Day's good news stories and rain insurance for your vacation. Sounds like a good idea, right? It might be. We'll get to it. There's some interesting details about it. I'll give it all to you about 8:48 or so. Got a beautiful day, 50 and sunny. Tomorrow looks to be more of the same. Phathead and Cande, My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.